What drives a leader to firmly deny responsibility amid a national crisis? This is the question at the heart of Kenya's current turmoil as President William Ruto faces intense scrutiny following deadly protests that have shaken the nation. As Kenya grapples with political instability and economic hardships, Ruto's repeated claims of innocence have only added to the growing tension. Join us as we delve into the unfolding events, the reactions, and the future implications for this East African nation. In June 2024, Kenya was plunged into a chaos as thousands of citizens took to the streets to protest the controversial tax bill proposed by President Ruto's administration. The bill, aimed at raising $2.7 billion to address Kenya's crippling debt, was met with fierce opposition. The country's debt stands at a staggering 68% of GDP, far exceeding the IMF's recommended 55%, with 60% of the population under 21. The proposed taxes on essential goods were seen as an unbearable burden on an already strained populace. High unemployment rates, coupled with rising cost of living, drove young Kenyans to the streets, feeling the tax bill was a direct threat to their livelihoods and futures. The protests escalated quickly as lawmakers debated the bill. Thousands of demonstrators gathered outside the parliament. The situation turned violent when protesters breached the parliament building, setting fires at the governor's office and city hall, and looting ensued. Police responded with live rounds and tear gas, resulting in several deaths. TV footage captured the chaos. Burning buildings, shattered glass, and frantic evacuations painted a grim picture of the unrest. In the midst of the chaos, President Ruto declared, "I have no blood on my hands," firmly denying any responsibility for the violence. He accused opposition leaders of orchestrating the protests to destabilize his administration, asserting that the security forces acted lawfully to maintain order. Ruto's call for calm and his insistence on political agendas being the root cause did little to assuage the public anger.
I have no blood on my hands. 19 people, to the record that I have from the security agencies, are dead. Very unfortunate. As a democracy, that should not be part of our conversation. 2.4 billion of property has been destroyed. The office of the Chief Justice has been burnt. City Hall has been burnt. Parliament has been burnt. That is the situation.
Let's turn lives, Your Excellency.
19
let's
people
turn lives,
dead.
Your Excellency.
We have 19
I said
people
24.
dead.
Opposition leaders vehemently opposed Ruto's claims, accusing the government of heavy-handedness and failing to address the protesters' genuine grievances. The opposition's criticism of the government's response further inflamed tensions, with many viewing Ruto's stance as dismissive and detached from the realities faced by everyday Kenyans. The international community watched closely, with human rights organizations condemning the use of live ammunition against protesters. Calls for an independent investigation into the deaths grew louder. Western governments urged dialogue and peaceful resolution, while regional bodies like the African Union offered to mediate talks between the government and the opposition. The economic impact of the protests has been severe. Businesses were looted and destroyed, exacerbating Kenya's financial woes. Despite the government's decision to revoke the tax bill, the economic challenges remain daunting. To fill the budgetary gap, President Ruto announced plans to increase borrowing, raising concerns about the sustainability of Kenya's debt and its ability to attract foreign investment. CNN's Larry Madowo criticized Ruto's handling of the crisis, stating, "President William Ruto could have withdrawn the finance bill a few days ago and saved lives, but he was obstinate, and I watched police shoot protesters dead for no reason at all." Madowo's comments reflect a broader sentiment that the government's response was inadequate and contributed to the escalation of violence. The question of responsibility for the deadly protests in Kenya remains contentious. President Ruto's firm denial of blame has not quelled the anger of a nation grappling with deep-seated economic and political issues. As the world watches, The future of Kenya hangs in the balance. Will the government and its citizens find common ground, or will the flames of discontent continue to burn? What do you think about the escalating situation in Kenya? Do you believe President Ruto's measures will restore order, or will the protests continue to intensify? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. For continued updates on the developing story and more on regional and global affairs, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Stay informed, stay engaged. Thank you for watching, and we'll bring you more insightful content soon.